What's up, guys? Welcome to Early Retirement Asia, where life is better and cheaper in Asia. Now, I just got back from a big US trip: San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York. What was my major takeaway from that trip? Well, it reminded me why I left in the first place. Everything expensive, people kind of rude, and things just not as efficient as what I've seen over in Asia. One of the main things when I'm traveling, I always hit up 7-Elevens because that's your easiest go to. And when I was in San Francisco, that was my first stop. I picked up some water for the room. I went up to the counter, asked the guy. I priced everything out, and everything was $3 and up, $4 and up. Crazy prices for water, and I had forgotten or not seen the price hike myself. I went up to the counter and asked the clerk where the dollar water is. He thought that I was making a joke. So in Asia, usually I get a 1.5 big liter of water when I want to get something. Those are 20 baht in Thailand, or about 60 cents. So for this list today, I've come up with five reasons that I would choose Thailand for my early retirement destination. I'm based in Thailand, and for me, it ticks all of the boxes. So let's go. Let's just start off with these first things, and that is the water price. So when I was traveling here or traveling out in the U.S., it was $3 to $6 for a bottle of water. Now, something so simple in Thailand is closer to about 60 cents for the 1.5 liter, the big jug that you get out of the cooler section at 7-Eleven. Now, this may seem simple, but it says so much about these places that you're going to visit. If you're paying $3, $4 for a bottle of water, just look at how quickly your money is going to go. It's not just water, it's a signal onto what's going on, and that everyday essentials are just going to be dramatically cheaper for you over in Asia. Now, another thing that stands out is cleanliness, and especially on public transportation. I took the flyaway bus out of LA when I flew over here, right? I'm currently in Osaka, Japan at the time I'm filming this video. And I love Japan because Japan just pays attention to detail. I showed the little robe for the spa downstairs in the last video, but we'll do it again for everybody who missed that one. They provide these little robes, there's slippers over there, and you pop down to the onsen that's on the fourth floor in this hotel. And by the way, there's a 7-Eleven in the actual hotel. I'll overlay some of that footage as I'm talking about this, just so you can see the efficiency of some of the things that are going on over here on this side of the globe. It's not a third world, guys. This is where you want to be. And come over for a discovery trip if you don't believe me. But back to what I was saying: cleanliness in the public transportation. In Thailand, clean trains, it's organized, respectful riders, and it's just easy to transfer around. Now, like I was saying, I took the subway from Hollywood to Union Station and took the flyaway bus from Union Station to the airport. Now, the train ride was terrible. The train ride was a 9-stop ride, and I changed the cars 3 times because there was so many homeless people, so many stinky people, and so many people that you just didn't want to be sitting near on the train that many times. And I wanted to change more, but I thought by the third time, I'll just suck it up and deal with it until the end of the ride. Not seeing that stuff over here. And it really hurts my heart to see it in the US because I'm looking at this like, this is my country. Like, what's going on over here that this is even allowed? Over here in Japan, I just took the train from the Osaka airport to downtown here where I'm staying, and it was clean, easy, efficient. It was not one stop, but one train from the airport to where I'm staying. Super, super efficient, and the whole ride on that one was about $7. Okay, to give you some context, when I took the airporter in San Francisco, it was $55 for an airport bus, and in LA, the train was $175, which is reasonable, and then the flyaway bus was about $14. So it cost me about $20 over here in Japan. Looking at $7 in Thailand. We would take the bus from the airport, and that one is super cheap. It's about $3, guys. It's about $3, give or take, from the airport to Pattaya or to Bangkok. Very easy to get around, super, super efficient and clean. They don't tolerate the BS over in Asia. And I really don't know why they do in our beloved US of A. Which brings me to my next point, the cost of living. Okay, so this US trip that I just did, I kind of forgot how good I'm having it over in Thailand and thought that I thought that maybe the US was a little bit better. This was like a rude awakening and a reminder again of why I originally left. So my condo in Pattaya is in a very, very good neighborhood called Pratamnak. Some people refer to it as the Beverly Hills of Pattaya. I don't know if that's true, but it's a very, very good neighborhood because the street, the main street in the neighborhood has all of the Western restaurants. Very, very good stuff. I can get seared tuna steak. I can get gumbo. I can get pasta. I can get pizza, and everything is great food. I can also get Thai food if I want any Thai food right there. Of course, there's a 7-Eleven. I keep mentioning 7-Eleven. I like 7-Eleven if you haven't noticed, guys. So my rent for my condo in this area. Oh, and by the way, I'm 300 meters from the beach, and I have a balcony view of Kowloon Island looking at the beach. I pay $150 a month for that place. Now, it's a studio apartment. Like I said, there's a balcony. It's an enclosed balcony. I can sit on my balcony and drink coffee, eat my breakfast. No mosquitoes are going to get me. No weather's going to bother me because it's hot in Thailand, and it's absolutely wonderful. One big room, bathroom, standing shower. It does the job for me. The lifestyle in Asia is pretty much to pay for the cheapest room, in my opinion anyways, to pay for the cheapest room because it's only for sleeping, it's only for doing a little bit of work, and then you spend your money outside on activities. That's my idea of how you do things. Now you compare that rent of $150 a month to who I've talked to on this last trip and other research and whatnot. A room in the US now is $1,000 a month, and that's bare minimum. Now, an apartment or a condo, minimum is $2,000 a month. So what you guys are paying for 1 month, I'm essentially paying for 1 year. So the cost of living to me just doesn't add up. It just doesn't make sense for what you're getting over here. You're spending probably 90% of your paycheck to pay rent and, buy your essentials, your food, your travel, you're putting gas in your car insurance. I don't have a car. I don't have car insurance over there. To me, that's just flushing money down the toilet. So again, guys, what you're paying in, or what I'm paying in 1 month, you guys are paying, what you guys are paying in 1 month, I'm paying in 1 year. And that's not hype. That's just the math right there. Okay, so let's get to number 4 on this list. This is just a brief list of things that just came up off the top of my head from this US trip that I just completed. Dating and social life. Again, I've had it so good over in Asia. I thought that it would be good kind of coming back here. No, it reminded me of how tense the situation is over here. And you guys know what I'm talking about with that stuff. In the US, it feels complicated. It feels risky. We don't want that. We want fun. It feels like a liability, guys. I know what you guys are dealing with now when you guys are hitting me up, telling me this stuff. And like I said, I've had it so good over here. I kind of got disconnected from that. And this trip brought me right back down to earth. Okay. In Thailand, guys, it's fun. It's open-minded. There's no judgment over there. You can kind of explore beyond the boundaries of your wildest imagination. And the possibilities feel unlimited because the energy is just different. Thai people are very jokey. If you ever get in a confrontation over there, by the way, make a joke out of it and watch it diffuse itself. Just a little side tip right there. Which brings me to my fifth and final point for this video is the stress level. I just noticed that in the US, everybody was walking fast. There's that kind of get out of my way on the street attitude. Thailand, you just do not have that. Thais walk kind of slow on the street. It may even trip you out. It may even annoy you a little bit when you first get over here. But what you do is you take a deep breath and you look, they're just chilling. They walk like that too because it's hot in Thailand. So they're not really in a rush to be breaking a sweat. But the US feels urgent and it feels like there's pressure. For some reason, the US just has this pressure in the air. And you guys know what I'm talking about. In Thailand, it's a slow pace. There's no unnecessary urgency. There's this word that you'll hear. It's called sabai sabai. It's basically comparable to, you've heard like the Jamaicans say, no problem, man. Or when you visit Hawaii, the hang loose, aloha type culture, right? It just means like, no problem. Everything's laid back. Don't stress about everything. Everything will work out if it's sabai sabai. And life just feels easier over there. A few other things that just some notes that I want to throw at you guys. Taxis are very cheap. You can order them on an application called Grab or Bolt. They'll come and get you within minutes. And it's when I'm going across town on Bangkok, some of these fares that come up for me are like $2 to go across the entire city. It's like some of this stuff you just have to pinch yourself because it's just unreal. It's easy transportation. And being in Bangkok or Pattaya, just 2 hours away from Bangkok, but being in Bangkok, being in Thailand in general, you're just a 3-hour flight to anywhere. Like I said, I'm currently in Osaka at the time of making this video. I'm a 4-hour flight from Thailand. I'm going to go over to Taiwan after this. So a 3-hour flight from Taiwan. And then from Taiwan, it'll be a 3-hour flight back to Bangkok. So it's a great hub. It's a great central hub being in Bangkok, being located in Bangkok to fly anywhere. If you want to fly to Taiwan, it's a 3-hour flight. If you want to fly to Japan, it's a 4-hour flight. If you want to fly to Vietnam, it's only a 1-hour flight. And those tickets are very, very cheap. Jump on airasia.com and look at how cheap the flights are just flying around over here in Asia. $100, $200 to get around. I mean, again, it's just unreal how cheap and efficient things are over here. Again, and if you're flying domestic on AirAsia, I took one of my friends up to Chiang Mai with me, and for both of us, round trip, it was $100 all in for 2 people, up and back, $100. And I got hotels that week for like $250 so for 2 people to spend a week in Chiang Mai, Thailand, we spent probably $500. And we were eating out every day. We had a great time. And yeah, man, life is good over here, guys. If you're serious about leaving the US and designing your own early retirement plan, feel free to reach out to me. You can check out my site, earlyretirementAsia.com. That's just my contact information on there and kind of our little mantra and a little bit of background about me you'll see on there. And we can talk. I'm open to helping you guys out, helping you come up with a game plan. And let's talk about your situation and what makes sense for you. Hope that all makes sense. If I left anything out or if it resonates with you, leave your comments down below. And we'll see you over here in Asia, where life is easier. It's a little bit cheaper. Things run a little bit more efficiency. Things run a little bit more efficient. And life is better and cheaper in Asia, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Love.